Good day, folks. It's been a blast to be here this time around, and I'm really glad that we're going to have a chance to present some of the research. I'm Mike Tucker. I am an INL Department of Energy subject matter expert for exercises. So I've been working with the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency on a very interesting project called RADIX, and I'm not going to go through the full acronym. RADIX is about coming back from this, all right, a large, significant cyber attack that finds its way somehow through all of our best defenses and finds a way to black out the grid. And the reason why is because DARPA asked the hard problems in order to ensure that our nation is capable of responding effectively with our military forces overseas. And the best way to do that is to ensure that we have adequate critical infrastructure support when we're at home. The reason why there is a significant risk to critical infrastructure. The Department of Defense believes this, DARPA believes this. This is the genesis of the actual RADIX program itself. Part of this is that we recognize that at some point we may need additional support in order to recover from an incident like this. And this is a problem for us because mission effectiveness is directly related to the effectiveness of our bases. And if our bases don't have power, it's very difficult for us to go forth and defend the homeland. So the genesis of this program about 4 years ago came from this, let's assume a cyber attack has happened. This is, as I think many of us have heard before, the post-boom type discussion. And so if this happens, how best do we recover from it? What tools do we need? What support is required? And when is that most effectively used? And so the genesis of this is we have started with a complete blackout. We understand that this attack has potentially compromised systems in a way that we may not fully understand at that time. And at some point, the blackout has continued for a certain amount of time to the point where our effectiveness is no longer certain anymore. And the intent is that we want to detect the specific type of attack. We want advanced capabilities in order to do this. We want to figure out exactly what has happened, what has been targeted, and what are the things that we need to focus on in order to most effectively use what are potentially limited resources if this attack has been ongoing. Secondly, we want to be able to isolate it from everything else. And we want to be able to enable some capabilities at that point on the networking side so that we can once again restore systems to full use, even if those underlying systems are not fully trusted. We want to characterize this threat. We want to figure out exactly how it affected things. We want to figure out exactly why it's affecting things. We want to be able to dig deep into the actual systems themselves and say, this is what it does. We know it, we understand it, and now we can ferret it out. We can pull it out of this system. We can restore the system to service again. And we invite you to come up and talk with us about what we've been developing. And the types of technologies that we've been developing that we believe are the best things that are going to be used during an actual black start situation where we're recovering from a significant cyber attack fall into these specific technology areas. And as part of that, we also have BBN technologies out, which allows us to get a wide-scale view of how the grid is actually coming back after this particular cyber event. And it tells us in an out-of-band manner how that grid is coming back. So we have several performers up there. The next one up is that we assume that telecommunications networks that we normally rely on in order to do SCADA communications, voice communications, as well as the internet, are down during this. So we think we have to set up a secure emergency network as well. The best tools in the world must be utilized by us. We'll show you the technologies that we've developed to defend and restore the grid to an operational state to ensure that America continues our effective mission both here and overseas. And thank you very much.